Well, we're here with Eric Wynalda. Eric, we're in the team locker room here at Cashman Field. It's empty right now, but that's going to change in a bit, right? Preseason is a couple of days away from beginning.
Yeah, so I mean, this place will be a lot more lively than it is right now. A little warmer too. I know that you're struggling with the cold weather, but yeah, no, everything's starting to shape up now. We've been able to lock in on the players that we really wanted to be back for this season. We focused on some different criteria, if you will. So I'm very pleased with the group we got coming back, and getting excited about the start.
And now you're a year into your career as a USO Championship manager, and that experience is going to change a lot of things, and we're already seeing it, right? Because by this time last year, I think you already had a couple of games with the crew that you had in 2019. Right now, the players aren't here yet, but that's because it's a long year.
Well, I mean, last year the logic was we brought in a lot of guys that had not been pros yet. So we felt that the long preseason was necessary to really get them acclimated, to have an opportunity to get, roll up our sleeves and work a little bit, get to know each other. And that professionalism that we didn't have last year, we have now. The group, whether it be guys coming back for their second year or guys that are experienced in this league, we didn't feel that it was totally necessary to get him in that early. Things have changed with the MLS schedule, with USL having a different schedule now too. We needed to really look at how could we maximize our time with our guys once we got a good idea of what the numbers would look like and when we got all the guys we wanted.
And fans out here in Las Vegas, they'd been used to the MLS soccer spring training, but like you said, Major League Soccer this year, they're starting their season in February, and that changed their calendars all over around, right?
Yeah, I mean, most of the teams in USL will have get their teams together in February, and it looks like Major League Soccer is going to be starting for the first time in February. Which is unprecedented. So we had to do some looking at what were the best ways that we could get our team prepared, and that meant that we wouldn't be able to lock in on certain dates with MLS teams like we have in the past. That being said, I think looking at last year and some of the lessons learned, we're going to focus more on some road games in preseason. We spent the entirety of preseason here in Las Vegas, didn't venture out, and then once we got on the road when the league started, we started to see that we were going to have some issues. So we also want to be preventative. So the ideology right now is for us to get on the road in preseason, get used to that, get some ideas going that we know how we're going to play when we're on the road, and I think that it will help us in the long run.
Yeah, and how important will that be for your team? We know March you have 2 home games, but then you got matches against teams like San Diego, Tulsa, New Mexico on the road, and that's just in the first 4 weeks of the season. That's going to be key for you.
I mean, we want to start well. We did not. It took us 4 games to get a win last year, and I don't want that to happen again. 3 out of the 4 games right out of the gates are going to be on the road, so we have to have our act together. The good news in that is I thought that near the end of the season we really started to figure some things out. We were a different group. We were able to get results on the road, and I'm hoping that trend continues in the start of this season.
And fans out here in Vegas, they're hungry. They want to see soccer. They got to see some of it during the open tryouts. These practices that you guys are going to have scheduled during the week out here in Vegas, fans you're going to let them come out and watch the new guys in action, right?
Yeah, always open to the public. Just come to Cashman, or you can follow us over to our training facility at KZ. So those opportunities to see the new guys and see the new faces are always there for our fans. We like to keep that kind of transparency. So that should be fun. I think that the other part of it is trying to figure out when those midweek games will be on the road in preseason, so we can start acclimating ourselves to getting used to playing those kind of games with quick turnarounds, and how we're going to do that internally as a coaching staff, as a medical staff, to make sure that we're doing everything we can to keep the guys healthy.
Now, my final question is more of a personal one. You're a father of 6.
Yep.
You're sitting in the Brian De La Fuente locker. He just became a father.
For a reason, yeah. I mean, so Brian is a brand new dad, and we've been going back and forth. I gave him some good advice. I said, whatever you do, don't wear a ring because she might squeeze your hand. That's a big one, and just make sure that you catch up on your sleep, and just sleep when you can, or in the first couple of weeks. But he was ecstatic. Everyone's healthy. The baby's gorgeous, so we're looking forward to seeing him. Give him a big hug.
Now, being a father, you think that's going to change anything on the field? We hope that he is able to maintain that health throughout the season. Unfortunately, last year, that knee issue against Colorado changed all the plans, but Brian is a guy that can help a lot to this team.
Well, Brian is, he's a leader. He was our captain. We missed him a lot throughout the season. Once he came back into the team, we were immediately better. But I'll say this about him. Never seen anybody work that hard to get back or want it more. And that influence that it has on the rest of his teammates was really something to see. But he's excited, not just to be a dad, but to come into this preseason healthy, to have the positive influence that he has on the group and get going, because this is going to be a much different year than last.
So we're hoping Naya is a good luck charm for the team,
Yes.
baby. But also, there's going to be another baby in the team as well with Ramon and his wife. So,
So Ramon, and this is a tricky one. She's Alexa's getting close, so we're monitoring that as well, and that's and he's excited. And Ramon is he's going to be a first-time dad too. So our family, our Lights family, is growing leaps and bounds. And I'm not encouraging the rest of the guys to go out there and get pregnant during the season, but. This has been a wonderful time for both of their families, and I think that these are the kind of things that we cherish as people, just as human beings. I mean, I know what it's like because I got 6 kids, and I know what it's like to get kicked at 3 o'clock in the morning in the head by a 3-year-old. That's all good stuff. Don't let that discourage you. But it's part of my time here as we grow as a community and as a club. It just seems to have more of a family feel to it, and certainly these new 2 additions will help.
that's what it's all about, family. Eric, thank you very much. And fans, join the family. March 14th, first home game, Lights FC, right here at Cashman Field. So we hope to see you all out here. And once you come to one game, it just becomes a part of your weekend schedule, right?
It is a party. If you haven't been yet, you got to go. And once we like to think that once you've been a part of it, it becomes a part of your life. So the Lights are your life. They are our life. So
See you on March 14th, Lights FC versus Sacramento here at Cashman Field. Get your tickets at lightsfc.com/ticks.